All right, so welcome to day two of the FlipTrackr app development, the 100K challenge. I hope you got a chance to take a look at day one, which I caught everybody up from where I started developing the app to where we are now. Currently, have a full developed app. We have a minimum viable product right now. Now we are at the stage of testing. Tomorrow will be our first round of testing with 6 testers. So tonight, what I will be working on is doing my login screen. So I got to get the login screen back up, and then also setting up a storage for everybody that will be for all the users that will be on the app. So login screen, storage, and then we're going to be testing both of those to make sure all of that works properly. So tomorrow will be our basically test call where we show all the testers the features, how to use the app, give them their logins, answer any questions, get some general feedback, and then we're going to let them test it for about a week or two while I'm still in the background making some updates to it as well. So we'll be deploying the app tomorrow as well. A lot going on in a short amount of time. This is day two. So day two, we're just basically working on, like I said, getting the login page up and running, and getting the back end, which is the storage piece of it, working properly. So yeah, come with me on this journey. About to do it.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with the progress for today. I'm gonna start with ChatGPT. It's already 10 o'clock, but like I said, tomorrow is our first meeting with our app testers. So we gotta get this going. Um I had to do some Easter things today. There was a lot of stuff going on today, so I didn't really get started on this until 9:30, unfortunately. And then I did some content, answered some questions on TikTok, and now we're here to work on this part of it. So let's go ahead and ask ChatGPT what will be faster to get done first, so we can get on a roll, and then we'll go from there. All right, so I went ahead and put in the chat GBT what my prompt is. I have a goal. I'm real OCD about that. I have a goal to get 4 things done tonight for the app. I've listed them in order below, ranked them in terms of what will I be able to get done faster. Create a functional login page, add a storage function for new testers on the app, then test to make sure these logins work properly, and then I want to deploy the app. I want everything to be ready to go for our meeting tomorrow. I'm gonna check the features and everything tomorrow. But today I just want to make sure everything is working properly so that I can get my testers their own specific login. So let's see what chat gives us to do first. All right, so here is what chat put up for us. Test to make sure logins are working properly. Estimated time 10 to 20 minutes. Deploy app is 15 to 30 minutes. Create functional login page 30 minutes to a half an hour. Add a storage function for new testers on the app. That's 1 to 2 hours. I hope it does not take me that long, but that's what it said. So the suggested order to work on them is finish the login page, add storage function, then test the logins, then deploy. Basically, the order that I already had it in. So let's go ahead and get started on doing that. Let's make it happen. All right, so now we're on Replit. I am about to get started with giving it a task to do, which is to uh, basically create the login page. Like I said before, I had the login already up, but I was working on the app consistently, and every time I had to log in, it was making me mad. So I took the login page off. So I'm basically about to put it back on so that we can get through this part first, and I'll show you how I basically input that information. All right, so I put into the chat, I want to create a login page for users of this app. Make sure to make it functional and engaging. I wanted to add the logo. The logo is here. Add the logo and add an animation to it when the page loads up. So let's go ahead and get started. Gotta hit resume apparently. So when you so like I said before in day one, if you understand how to use ChatGPT, you can use Replit. If you have a vision of what you're trying to make, you can basically let it tell it what you're trying to do, and then you have a conversation with it in terms of building what you're looking for. So right now it says thinking. Sometimes it takes 1 or 2 minutes before they get to doing exactly what you want it to do. But once it does it, it's like magic. It's crazy. So one thing I really do want you to see is like as it's creating the login page, it tells you what it's doing. So this is what I mean when it says when I say that you're having a conversation with it, because it's telling you exactly what it's doing as it's going. So if you're not a coder, I would highly suggest, looking at what it's doing, and then you will understand how to communicate with it, because you see kind of its thought process in building out certain pages. So essentially, this is called vibe coding. Just off of the information that I've seen or the knowledge that I've gained from watching all these videos, this is called vibe coding because I'm not a traditional coder, but I do look at the information that it gives me while it's creating its process, while it's going through its process, so I understand how to communicate with it. All right, so now we have a first look at what our login page will look like. And throughout this time, it'll start to reload and load the page, but this is the first look right here. All right, so we have a first look here of the login page. So we got your username, you got your password. Then it allows us to register as well. Or is the register page not working? Oh, choose your username. Yeah, it does work. Then this is it's animated, so as you can tell, as we kind of hover over it, it moves a little bit. So this is the official login page right now. So we got the login page up. First step done. Now we got to move on to the next step, and that is getting an account on here. So let's go ahead and get an account set up, and I will use that account as a test account. All right, so we got the test account. It's test 44. Favorite number is 44 for those people who know me. So I'm going to use that as my username. Then we have our password, confirm password, and we're ready to go. Let's create this account. All right, rendered fewer hooks than expected. This may be caused by an accidental early return statement. Click outside, escape key to fix the code. Okay, so usually when I reach this point, I will, what I do is I will, what's the term I'm looking for? I will do a snapshot of this, and then I'll put this picture into the chat and let it know what exactly it's saying, and then say, hey, what's the next steps to fix this right here. So I'm about to do that right now and see exactly what it says to get this fixed. So like I said, I take a snapshot of the page and then I put it in here. So it'll ask you questions and see if it works. So I'll tell it this page looks good. But I received this this alert. What should we do to fix this? And let's see what it says. So this is a really interesting step in the process. And I want you to see this. Is like when it finds out what's happening, it'll actually pop up the code that it finds it on. So it says online 57 and 60. It'll find the code and tell you exactly what's going on. So it says this is causing an early return before all hooks are initialized, which breaks the React hooks rules. All hooks must be called unconditionally. Let's fix this by moving the user check to a use effect. So it'll fix it. It'll go back, and then you just basically keep retrying until you make sure that everything is working properly. So wanted to show that part too, because it's really cool how this thing operates and how it progresses through your vision of building what you're trying to build. All right, so I made a couple of updates. had to change the header up here. It was getting a little too jumbled up. So I had to work on the header a little bit. And then we had to add a sign out button to fix where we were. So remember that we had the error message. So we had the error message. We needed to fix the error message. I sent a snapshot to the chat, fixed the error message, and now it asked me to go back and sign out, but we didn't have a sign out button. So we got a sign out button created. Let's go back and test it out and see if it works. So we're going to put in test 44, got our information, and boom, back signed into our account. That's as simple as it is right there. So I wanted to give a full breakdown of me getting one aspect of this done. And then I will see you guys at the end of this video. This is day 2. Wanted to show you guys just a quick look at, some progress that I'm making right now as I'm doing it, and then I'll show you the full, because I got a lot of work to do. So I'll show you the full finished product at the end of me getting everything done. So remember, this was the first part, which was getting a login page up and running. We did the login page together. Now I got to get the storage updated. I have to test everybody's login, and then we're going to go ahead and deploy it and get ready for tomorrow and going over all the features. So I'll see you guys at the end of this video. So after about a couple of hours of revisions and a Golden State Warriors and Rockets game, we are now here. It's 1:46, and I am about to hit the deploy button. I am ready to hit the deploy button. Really, the market intelligence part of it kept messing up. Finally got it back to where it's working again. Took me forever. But for tonight, everything that we got done, we recreated the login page. That's up and running. Tested that. The storage is up and running as well. We're going to be using storage on Airtable for now, because tomorrow will be, or I guess I could say today, will be our first meeting with our testers, and there's enough space on Airtable for the test phase. Moving forward, of course, we're going to have to move. We're going to have to move it to another platform for storage that has a lot more space, because we plan on getting thousands of users on this app. But at this point, we're good with just Airtable. So we did that. Check that works. User registration. Everybody's going to have their own table within Airtable, with their own base within Airtable to hold all their sneakers, and then the user registration will be connected to their actual username and entry key. So that works. And then now we're here for deployment. We're ready for deployment. We're going to get started tomorrow with basically the testers using the app. So this is day 2. We're at deployment stage. Let's go ahead and hit deploy. So it is deploying now. Deploy this app in one click. It's kind of scary. Seeing it. Like I said, you seeing your vision go from just a vision to reality in real time is crazy to me. But this is where we are. This is where AI is. I wanted to bring everybody on this journey. This is day 2. Now, like I said, in day 1, I was just catching everybody up to where I was at now. This is technically, in terms of developing, this is like week 3 or something like that. But of me actually starting the challenge, the 100K challenge, this is day 2. So I'm really excited about the 100K challenge. I think we're on a good track. We got 6 testers and definitely planning on getting more. So as this is deploying, I'm going to press pause and let you guys come back in when it's ready. All right. So it is official deploy. Y'all see that check mark? We in there. We in there. It is deployed. This is crazy. This is crazy work. So yeah, it's official. We deployed the app. It's ready to go. Now we are going to basically have our first test group meeting later today. I'm gonna keep y'all updated. It's gonna be day 3. Thank you for joining the journey, the 100K challenge. Our app is deployed, FlipTrackr. If you are interested in joining the waitlist, go to www.fliptrackr.app. Join the wait list. I also need some more testers. So yeah, Go ahead and DM us on the IG FlipTrackr. If you're interested in being a tester, you're a reseller, and you want to be a tester of this app, go ahead and let me know. But we're finally deployed. We're here. Let's do it.